you around our building and let you know how we've been preparing for the safe return to school. So the first thing I want to show you is our digital health screener. It's a handy QR code, so you'll just take your phone out and scan it when you enter, and there's just a few quick questions for you to answer. And then you'll notice that we have some visitor guidelines. We would ask you to wear a face covering anytime that you come into our building. You'll complete your screener. You'll use hand sanitizer anytime you enter a room. And we're going to maintain distance at all times. So here we go. Come on in. I'm going to put my mask on as I come inside. All right. As we enter the office, you'll see the hand sanitizer station. So I'm just going to sanitize my hands real quick before I come in. And you'll also notice that we have the social distancing signs to remind you that we're going to stay 6 feet apart at all times. All right, come on in. As we enter our office, you'll notice that we've installed plexiglass in front of our registrar, Ms. Burns, and in front of our senior associate, Ms. Montgomery. We also have hand sanitizer in different locations so you can keep sanitizing your hands, and we've distanced our chairs. And we also have a maximum capacity sign. We'll have 10 people allowed in the office at all times, and that includes our office staff. So let's take a walk into the hallway, and you can see the rest of our building. In our hallways, you'll notice that we have markings on the floor to tell you which direction that you should be walking and to maintain 6 feet social distance. We've got reminders on the walls as well. We also have hand sanitizer stations located in the hallway. So I'm going to sanitize my hands real quick because I'm going to take you to the library next. Okay, as you enter the library, you'll notice we have another hand sanitizing station. And let me show you the neat area that Ms. Worcifer, our librarian, has set up for you. We've got reminders on the floor to keep your distance. They're 6 feet apart so the students can stay apart. And we have this nice setup where the kids can sit at tables and they're 6 feet apart and listen to a great lesson from Ms. Worcifer. And when they're finished with that lesson, they'll have time to check out books. And let me show you this amazing touch-free checkout. You grab your book that you want and you head on up to the checkout desk, and there's Ms. Worcifer. You'll hold your book up to her and she will scan it.
What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Amanda Schumann. Thank you, Ms. Worcifer. That's it. And when you're ready to return your book, you can drop it in the book return cart for it to be quarantined until the next person can check it out. Our teachers have been working hard already to prepare their classrooms for your children. I want to show you just a couple things that they've already have in place. We have the hand washing sink with soap and water so that they can actually get some good hand washing in. And they've marked the floor with social distance reminders. They're 6 feet apart, so as students line up to transition to the cafeteria or to recess, they're reminded of how far apart they should stand. We have our desks distanced as well, and you'll notice that they're all facing the same direction. We've also allowed for some flexible seating that can be easily sanitized over here. Students' supplies will be stored inside of their desks. And we also have some additional storage in their cubbies for items like lunch boxes or jackets for their individual items. And as we take a look at the classroom, you'll notice that we still have books for self-selection. And when students are finished reading their books, they can place them in the return bin for cleaning. It's really important for our students to own their wellness. So we've got some reminders of what they can do. Washing our hands frequently will help us to stay healthy. When coughing or sneezing, make sure that you cover it with a tissue and throw it away right away. And wear your face covering at school while maintaining social distance when it's allowed. At Hoffmann Lane, we believe that special areas are so important. So we're excited that our students will get to visit art or music or PE or technology every day. So I'm going to show you inside the gym. The first thing I want you to notice is that we have a designated entrance and a designated exit. And we have our ownership of wellness reminders posted as well. You'll notice the social distancing markers on the floor here as well. And during PE, students are not required to wear a face covering while they're exercising. So our PE teacher, Coach Lindsay, has these shapes cut out, and they're 6 feet apart so that students will maintain that social distancing while they're exercising. We'll also prop our doors open if we need to be inside the gym, and we'll utilize our outdoor space for PE as well. Welcome to our cafeteria. Our students will have the opportunity to eat in here every other day. On the days when they're not eating in the cafeteria, they'll get to picnic in their classrooms or in one of our outdoor areas. You'll notice that we have the distance markers on the floor and our reminders on the wall. We've also distanced our tables so that they're 6 feet apart, and we've marked spaces for students to sit with X's along the benches. All students will wash their hands before and after lunch, and then I'll walk you through our service line. If students buy lunch, they'll see the directional markers on the floor to guide them through the service line. We'll have cafeteria staff back here asking students what their choices are, and they'll package their meal in a to-go container. As they make their way through the service line, you'll notice the protective barrier between the cashier and your child. The cashier will ask your child for their name, and it'll be a touchless process. They'll receive their boxed meal, and they'll head out this way toward their seats. Hey Leopards, we can't wait to see you soon!